During the driving test, the examiner will ask us to drive independently for around 20 minutes. We will need to follow directions from a sat-nav or follow traffic signs towards a destination. This part of the test isn't there to test our navigation skills. Instead, we need to demonstrate that we can stay calm whilst driving on our own, just as we will need to after passing the test. This video will tell you everything you need to know for the independent driving part of the test, and also a few tips to help when things go wrong. As always, please consider subscribing to our channel so you are notified when we upload a new video. And if you have any questions about independent driving, then comment below. The aim of independent driving is to prepare us for driving on our own. It gives us a chance to show that we are able to follow a route without constant instruction and demonstrate our ability to understand road markings. It is not a memory test, so we don't need to remember test routes or how to drive to anywhere in particular. If we can stay calm and drive safely, we should pass the test. However, if we get flustered and drive erratically or cause danger, then we probably won't pass. We just need to demonstrate that we can drive safely on our own and obey any road markings and traffic signs that we see. The examiner can start the independent driving section at any point of the test. On 80% of tests, a sat-nav will be used, and the examiner will set up the unit for us. This means we don't need to learn how to operate the sat-nav, just follow the directions it will give. On the other 20% of tests, the examiner will explain that we will need to follow traffic signs. Once we start driving, the examiner will probably keep fairly quiet, as they don't want to distract us at all. If we aren't sure where we need to go, then it's fine to ask the examiner for clarification. The examiner will tell us once we complete the independent driving section, then direct us as normal for the remainder of the test route. As always, the key to mastering independent driving is forward planning. The earlier we know about the next junction, the easier it will be to approach and navigate it safely. To do this, we should look as far ahead as we can, so that we can spot the next junction as early as possible, giving us more time to get into the correct lane. Unless we are told to make a turn, we should always try to follow the road we are currently on, just the same as when we are being directed normally. If we are not sure where to go, we can ask the examiner for help or clarification. They will tell you where to drive, but it is up to you to know how to get there. For example, they won't tell you which lane to use or when to indicate. If we are close to a junction and there is no time to ask where we need to drive, then we should do whatever is safest. If we find ourselves in the wrong lane at a junction or roundabout, we shouldn't swerve or push our way into the correct lane. Instead, safely follow the route that you're on. It doesn't matter if we leave the intended test route, as it's better to take the wrong road safely than do something dangerous in an attempt to take the correct route. If this should happen, the sat-nav will replan the route for us, or the examiner will step in and direct us for a moment.
After 200 yards, cross the roundabout and take the first exit.
The examiner will bring their own sat-nav for use on the test. We are not allowed to use our own. We try to check the route on the sat-nav screen regularly to help us plan ahead, as sometimes the unit's voice prompt is a little late when driving slowly. However, We don't want to look at the sat-nav too much as it may affect our concentration, causing us to miss a traffic sign or a change in traffic flow. Sometimes at roundabouts, the sat-nav will say turn left or right, but often it will just say the number of the exit needed, e.g. take the third exit. In this situation, we will need to use the traffic sign for the roundabout and any road markings to help decide how to negotiate the junction. The examiner will step in and correct any misleading directions from the sat-nav if necessary. If we are asked to follow traffic signs, we should look ahead so that we can read the signs as early as possible. If we are approaching a roundabout, we need to know both the direction and number of the exit we need. Remember that the examiner is allowed to confirm directions, so if we have missed a sign or just aren't sure where to go, then we can ask them to double check. If the sign is obscured by a tree, then the examiner may also intervene and tell us which direction to go. The examiner will not give you a fault for taking a wrong turning, as long as you do it safely. The independent driving section isn't designed to assess our navigation skills, so if we go the wrong way, it won't count against us as long as we continue to drive safely and respond to road markings and signs appropriately. Even if we think we may have made some kind of mistake, we would always keep driving and complete the test route. Hopefully, the mistake was only a driving or minor fault, and we still have a chance of passing. So remember, there is no need to memorize anything. You can ask for help if needed. Wrong turns are okay, and driving safely is all that matters. If you found this video interesting, then please visit our channel, as there are over 100 more tutorial videos to help you improve your driving. If you would like to help us make new videos, then please consider becoming a member of our channel. Thanks for watching.